Today, I'm going to be talking about how to create content for brands that generate sales. My name is Evan Olbricht. I'm a professional surf and sports photographer here in San Diego. I also work in marketing and business, and this is going to be a great video to help you stand out as a creative because there are so many creatives now, influencers, whatever the heck, people making content. Here's how you stand out and actually generate sales for companies because this is why they actually hire you. So stay to the end to figure out the secret for that. First thing I want to talk about though is understanding what drives sales for the brand or client that you're working with. So this is super important because brands don't just want pictures anymore. They want content that'll actually generate sales because this is how you get hired. You get hired by pitching yourself to a company, say, hey, I'm going to provide value to you. The value to the company, no matter what company it is generating sales and making money off you. They're not hiring you to have cool photos for their website if it doesn't do anything. They actually want to have sales, they want to make money, and that's why they're hiring you. And your content should help them with these 4 things. So building trust and credibility, highlighting product benefits, creating urgency and desire for you to buy the product, and 4th is driving traffic and conversions to whatever they're selling it to. And that could be their website, TikTok shops, Amazon, whatever storefront there is nowadays. There's so many, but it can be any of those things. And you want your content to do those things because that is what generates sales through your content. If you're just taking photos of the product that are boring, and hey, they could honestly be really good photos, but they have to do these things to build trust, to actually generate sales, because that's what you need nowadays. Like there's so many companies with good photos, but they don't actually do anything for the company. You want to incite emotions, you want to sell them something, make them feel urgency to do something with seeing that content. An example of this is if I'm working with a cool surf brand, the goal isn't just to get cool shots of dudes surfing or close-up wetsuit shots. Show how the product performs in action, highlights unique features, and make it aspirational. Make them actually want to say, hey, I really want this wetsuit because I want to be doing that. That's how you get sales. That's how you incite emotion with the customers. And that is one of the most important things that you could do nowadays with your content. The second thing is research and identify content gaps with the brand that you're working with. So look at their current content, look at what's working, what's missing or not working, and how do competitors market their products if they're in a similar industry. Example of this would be if a brand only posts polished product photos but doesn't post any real world shots or UGC content, which is super important now, you can help fill in that gap. You can strategize for them or make that content for them. There's a lot of stuff that I see nowadays where they'll hire a creative to kind of be their head of marketing, where all of the videos are them making videos of the product and making that UGC content, which is super important. So figure out how that works and start making content yourself that sells to figure out how to do that for those companies. And then use those as case studies to say, hey, this is what I've done before. This is what I found that you're lacking. So let's kind of fill that gap and I can help you with that. The third thing is focus on storytelling, not just how your content looks. So this is super important because stories sell. These incite emotion, tell a story of, hey, this person did this and they got this result from it. People connect with that. They connect with lifestyle, emotion, authenticity, and this is really what brands are going for nowadays. Show the problem that the product solves. You could show the lifestyle that the brand promotes, or show the experience that the customers are looking for by getting this product or service. An example of this would be instead of shooting a surfboard in perfect lighting, capture a surfer paddling out, catching waves, or experiencing the moment out in the water. This is actually really important because a lot of things that I've seen nowadays where this has been a big shift in marketing and specifically content marketing, where back in the day, a lot of companies just post photos of, hey, like surf brand, I'm in a wetsuit, like this is how it feels, this is how it fits. Where now you look at these surf brands, they're doing these crazy like, hey, we're going surfing in Iceland, we're surfing in, there's like ice blocks near them, they're straight up like icebergs. And they're surfing in that, like getting barreled, doing all this crazy stuff. It's them like walking into the water with it, them paddling out, them just like going crazy with their friends and stuff. And this makes me as a viewer, if I'm trying to buy their product, I'm like, wow, I want to experience that type of emotion. I want to do something like that in my life. That's how you actually sell something as a story and incite emotion in the customer. And the fourth thing that I want to talk about is optimize your content for social media and ads. So this is super important because you don't want to just send them photos, maybe some boring landscape photos that are like this, if all they do is post on TikTok and Reels. You want to make sure, talk to the client, say, hey, what are you doing with this content? Personally, I work in marketing and I boost organic social media. So this is important because I take UGC content or just Reels that someone else has made and then turn that into an ad. And this has a crazy return on ad spend, and you want to make sure that companies know this and it's helped them with this. So send them content and say, hey, you can use this as an ad for well and for organic social media, which is huge because then they have to pay one less person to make this UGC content, which is super expensive nowadays, using influencers and using these people that make that content. So help do that for them. And tips for this content would be short form videos. So these are great for ads and organic reach. Before and after shots of using the product or the service. So show the transformation of what happens before, after, show them excited using the product. And then another thing is customer testimonials, building trust. And if a customer is working with you, literally just say, hey, can I video you talking about the product? This stuff really builds trust and is super important if you're trying to generate sales through content. And the fifth thing that I want to talk about is include a clear call to action, which is vital to generating sales. So a call to action is saying, hey, shop now, or hey, buy this product to transform whatever. Make sure that the customer knows, hey, this is what you're selling after they already see that. So you want this at the end of your post or at the end of your copy on like an Instagram post, something like that if it's a photo. But call to actions are the key to generating sales on social media. Because if you're just posting a ton of stuff, it can do really well, it can blow up, but people aren't gonna wanna just buy it by seeing it. They're gonna have to say, wow, like this is really cool. And then you scroll down, it's like, hey, check this out right now to transform your surfing. Something like that. This is vital because then people say, oh, like let me actually click in their bio for this. And this is important because all of the actual like sales go through usually the bio. If you're on Instagram, these are going through the bio or the post you can now tag stuff to. So make sure that your call to action includes it to one of those. So hey, click the link in bio to purchase this now or shop now using the post. Stuff like that is key to generating sales. And without this, you will generate so much less sales. And it's just honestly such a small thing that you can have at the end of your copy or at the end of your video that you're making for these companies. And the sixth thing, the most important thing, and one of the things that I talk about so much is delivering more than just your photos or your videos to these clients. Deliver a strategy, offer some bonus stuff as well. Say, hey, I'll make these headlines for you. I'll make this copy for you. Just going above and beyond because most creatives are very one-dimensional. So if you can show that you have marketing and business experience behind this, saying, hey, we're going to generate more sales for you because I'm going to do this with the copy. I'm going to do this with the video, or say, hey, I can tell you how to make this into an ad from this organic media, or I can help you boost this on Meta. Stuff like this is huge for companies because if they already trust you, they will use you for these other services as well. And these can be a service expansion for what you already do and just help you retain these clients for the long term. Another thing would be content strategy recommendations and then insights on engagement and performance. So if you say, hey, like this has performed very well, you should boost this, or maybe this video hasn't performed well, maybe try this, or maybe we can work on something together to try this. So keep talking with these customers after you've already done the work with them. And if they like your work, they will use you again because it's so much easier for them to use you again than to go and find someone else. So that is definitely the key. Key points of this are create content with a purpose, focus on storytelling, and optimize for sales. So this is super important. Include a call to action. One of the most important things that you can do right now with social media, and a lot of brands do not do that. What is one thing that you can improve on your brand content strategy right now? Comment that down below. Let me know. Let me see if I can help or answer any more questions down below. Like and subscribe for more photography, marketing, and business videos like this. See you next video.